Last year, I came to Panama with Secretary of State Blinken to strengthen our efforts to address irregular migration and other challenges together in partnership. Our meetings today were grounded in a foundation of partnership and the democratic principles that combine and gather together our three countries. They marked an important next step as we commit to addressing the critical work together. We discussed some of the most urgent issues facing our countries, including dealing with the root causes of irregular migration through lawful pathways and economic development, together with increasing state presence in remote areas to combat illicit trafficking and preserve natural areas. We realize and recognize that when it comes to tackling global challenges, we must work together in an unprecedented effort to address an unprecedented movement of people across our hemisphere. It is emblematic of what is occurring throughout the world. The combination of wars and conflict, climate change, and the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic has led to an unprecedented flow of vulnerable people throughout the world, including in our hemisphere and specifically through the Darien. As the United States prepares for the lifting of the Title 42 public health order in May, we must do more to discourage the dangerous journey. Far too many individuals put their lives in the hands of smugglers, are exploited, and face many dangers, including risk of serious injury or even death, as they cross through treacherous terrain. Recognizing our shared interest and responsibility to prevent the exploitation and danger to human life, disrupt transnational criminal organizations, and preserve the vital rainforest, the governments of Panama, Colombia, and the United States continue to work together to address the humanitarian situation in the Darien. One of these efforts will be a coordinated campaign to end the illicit movement of goods and people through the Darien and maritime domain. We are undertaking this joint effort in the spirit of the Los Angeles Declaration, which calls for increased responsibility sharing to manage migration in our hemisphere. Panama, Colombia, the United States, working with one another, working with each other together, will focus on three lines of effort that the minister mentioned, and let me repeat them here again. To end the illicit movement of goods and people through the Darien and maritime corridor, leading to death and exploitation of vulnerable people for significant profit. Open new lawful pathways for tens of thousands of migrants and refugees as an alternative to irregular migration. And third, launch a plan to reduce poverty and create jobs in border communities in northern Colombia and southern Panama to partner with international organizations, financial institutions, and the private sector. The United States continues to enforce our immigration laws, and individuals coming to the United States unlawfully will continue to face consequences, including removal. Instead, those seeking to come to the United States should take advantage of safe, orderly, and lawful pathways that we are presenting to them. The United States has significantly increased those pathways, as have our partners, and we seek to continue to expand them as an alternative to the dangerous journey that too many take. The United States recently announced in January of this year, up to 30,000 people can come to the United States from Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Haiti safely in an orderly way and not subject themselves to the exploitation of the smugglers. Ultimately, we all know that the only lasting sustainable response to irregular migration is to tackle the root causes. This will take some time. We know that no country and no community can solve a challenge as complicated as this alone, and therefore we are committed to working together. The three countries that gathered together here today, all of the countries in the region, to address what is clearly a regional challenge. It takes a community to address a community challenge, and we will continue working with our partners. We're very proud to be alongside Minister Tewaney, Minister Pinot, the other officials here in Panama, and our partners in Colombia to tackle this challenge, to reach the agreement we did today that can serve as a model for other countries to follow and join together in addressing the irregular migration that causes so much harm and could be avoided through the collective action of all of us. Thank you.